You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. For the next 2 weeks, our show is being presented by New London Hospital that now serves 15 communities within the Kearsarge Lake Sunapee region. I'm your host, Abby Peel. The 2025 Hospital Days begins on the 31st through August 2nd. You won't want to miss all of your old favorites at New London Hospital Days as they celebrate the 99th edition. On today's show, we'll talk with CEO Lauren Geddes Wirth about the state of our beloved hospital. She'll bring us up to speed on all our local hospital and the Newport Health Center. Katharine Nevins will give us an invitation to meet a local author as he has a new book coming out. Laura Kessler will tell us about another murder mystery on the Lake Queen. Sue Donnelly from Mount Sunapee Resort will give us an invitation to a BBQ at the mountain this coming Sunday. And we'll close with Michelle Hale, the new owner of the Morgan Hill Bookstore. Don't go away because we'll be right back after these short messages from businesses that keep YCN, your local view, coming to you.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from New London Hospital. We're going to get an update and also talk a little bit about the much anticipated Hospital Day celebrations coming up. And I'm now joined by President and CEO, Dr. Lauren Wirth. Hi, Dr. Lauren. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Thank you for having us and hosting us. And this is, there's always a lot happening here at New London Hospital, but the summer is such an exciting time.
It is.
You are new in this position officially since October. Give us sort of an update. How are things going?
They're great. It's been a very busy year for us. Yeah, we've, clinically we're growing in most of our departments. Our radiology department 5 years ago was doing 3.5 MRIs a day. We're up to over 8 MRIs a day.
Wow.
And in May we did a record number. And in surgery, the growth over the past 5 years has been similar: 60% growth in surgeries, 100% growth in endoscopies. And our orthopedic cases have tripled in that time. So.
And I also tease that you're serving 15 communities, plus, people here on vacation can come to the ER and to Express Care and things like that. So, there's never, I'm sure, a slow time here, but you're growing like crazy.
We are growing like crazy. That and in our primary care, we've got increased access for our primary care. So our communities now can call in and choose a physician, which is wonderful. Amazing,
because people are always looking for new PCPs and things like that. So you're really understanding the need of people out there right now. So talk about the new structure of primary care. You've kind of developed this new idea.
So here at New London Hospital in the primary care group, they're split into 5 teams.
Okay.
Each with a slightly different flavor.
Oh.
So we have pediatrics, osteopathic medicine, senior health, generational health, and lifestyle medicine.
Okay.
And it is a team concept so that we're really trying to promote the continuity of care with your provider. So if you have an appointment, if you need an appointment and you call, we'll try our best to get you in with your primary care doc. But if we can't, then we'll get you in with another member of their team. That team stays consistent. So the staffing, the MAs, the nursing, they get to know you, you get to know them, and then together you can develop your healthcare goals.
What a great idea. Is this a concept that you created? Did you hear about this from other hospitals?
We did a little bit in my prior job down in the Boston area.
Okay.
But here, really, we let the physicians develop their teams. We brought the concept to them. They told us what they were interested in. They kind of split themselves into the teams by their interest, and now they're growing their teams, and they're excited about that outreach that's happening.
What a great idea. And for people watching that are saying, I really could use a primary doctor, this now allows more opportunity for new patients.
Correct. Yes.
You also have a new advancement in breast health. Talk about that.
So last year we did our fundraising around this. We raised $400,000 between hospital days and our gala. We were able to purchase state-of-the-art equipment to do vacuum-assisted biopsies as well as stereotactic biopsies. Since February, we've been doing these procedures. We're able to do almost all of them here at home.
Wow.
We refer up to Mary Hitchcock at the Dartmouth Health System when needed. And most recently, other critical access hospitals inside the Dartmouth Health System are now sending patients to us. So to give that high quality, state-of-the-art care to our patients at home has just been a wonderful.
And it's something you're always working on improving, seeing what the need is and then trying to fill it as best that you can.
Absolutely.
Also, talk about the new initiative you have that you're looking at for this year. That's an important one.
Yeah, so we're going to use hospital days to help raise money to help provide essential services for our families here in the communities. So we have food banks here at New London Hospital and at Newport, as well as a diaper bank and a personal product bank, some hygiene supplies, and we want to grow those in both of those locations. And then what we're hoping to do with the funding as well is to provide access to other social programs for our patients and their families.
Amazing. And Newport Health seems to be growing like crazy as well.
Newport Health is growing. We hired 4 new providers there, and we are now recruiting for 2 or 3 more.
Wow. Yes. I know staffing, we don't need to get into it because that's a whole interview in and of itself, but it's always something that I'm sure you're constantly looking for and trying to fill some of those needs in specific areas. But that's an amazing testament to the service that you give to the community.
Yeah, and we're really lucky here. Our retention of our employees is high. We every year Dartmouth Health does a Press Ganey employee engagement survey. The last one was in January, and New London Hospital scored in the top in the system for employee engagement.
Amazing.
You know, we talk about it being a family here. It really is.
It really is. And so many people that I know just from the community that I see at events in town or at the grocery store are part of this, this organization here. My own sister-in-law works here. So it's a community aspect in so many ways. I like the use of family too.
Yes.
Amazing. Let's talk about Hospital Days. Okay. It's in the title that you are the host of New London Hospital Days, the 99th annual, which is incredible.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to it this year? There's a lot of buzz and excitement.
I am. This is my second Hospital Days. It was a wonderful event last year, and we're expecting the same. We're already talking about the 100th one for the following.
We have teased it a little bit. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Amazing. And I'm sure in the job description you saw a little bit that was like, and must participate in this fun activity, but what a great day. And you'll be walking in the parade.
I will be walking in the parade.
Make sure you say hi to us on the second floor. We'll be calling you out too. But well, thank you for hosting us. Thank you for being such a part of this community and continuing to better the health care of our community. We are so lucky to have New London Hospital right here. My parents will tell you it's a huge reason we moved to town, knowing it was so accessible as my brother and I grew up. And so thank you for all the work that you do.
Great, thank you.
Thanks for joining me.
All right.
Fun at the fair is coming, and don't forget the parade, which will happen right here on YCN. Stay with us. After these messages, Katharine Nevins invites us to a book kickoff at Main Street Bookends in Warner. But first, these words from a community-minded business that helps underwrite our stories. You could be one too. Contact us at info@ycnnow.com.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Mary Poppins. Based on the books by P.L. Travers and the classic Walt Disney film, Mary Poppins will capture your hearts in a practically perfect way. Young Jane and Michael Banks has sent many a nanny packing before the mysterious Mary Poppins arrives on their doorstep. Using a combination of magic and common sense, she must reunite this family and teach them how to value each other once again. Mary Poppins takes the children on many magical and memorable adventures, but Jane and Michael aren't the only ones who she has a profound effect. Even grown-ups can learn a lesson or two from the nanny who advises that anything can happen if you let it. Don't miss out on this magical musical adventure for the entire family.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle, the Who, What, Where, and When show of the Lake Sunapee region. I'm Abby Peel. We have many local authors hiding in our woods and hills. Let's hear from Katharine about one that has a new book coming out.
Thank you, Abby. And I'm so happy that you're back with me here in the gallery at Main Street Bookends. We've got a couple of wonderful events coming up that I wanted to tell everybody about. They'll be right here in the gallery. They're what we call launch parties, so it's very exciting because it's when the author first introduce their brand new book to the public, and it's a celebration because it's always usually a 2 or 3 year process before the book is actually published. So we definitely make a party out of it, and we're very excited about this one because this is our hometown boy. I joke that Ian Rogers is Main Street Bookends' version of John Grisham, because for years John Grisham would publish his books and they went nowhere, but he always released them at his little local bookstore. And then all of a sudden John Grisham became John Grisham, and he still goes back to his little bookstore to release his books. So Ian Rogers is a wonderful writer, grew up here in Warner. He published this book, MFA thesis novel, which came out a couple of years ago. Very, very fun book about what it's like to go through a Masters of Fine Arts program and all the academic nonsense that goes on. So this was very fun. However, he now has an entirely different book that we are happy to be launching right here in the gallery on Saturday, July 26th at 2 o'clock. It'll happen down here. This one is called Car Crash Parker and the Haven of LARPers. And if you're like me, you don't know what a LARPer is. And I discovered that LARPer is live action role players. So I kind of think that Ian might have some background in this because he brings in a lot of very, very fun characters. Inside the first couple of pages, you get a map of this magical land. And the map looks an awful lot like New Hampshire with all kinds of imaginary wonderful places, but it looks like New England and New Hampshire. And then this little tiny town where all the action happens. It's kind of medieval, but it's also crosses into the 80s and the 90s. It's just really, really wacky stuff. It kind of looks like Warner. And there are a lot of very, very fun references throughout the book to the area, to people that we know, to consequences that we know about. So he obviously had entirely too much fun writing this book. And he is a wonderful young man. He contributes a lot to the town here in Warner in his spare time because he is a very busy guy. So we're super excited to be having the party for Car Crash Parker and the Haven of LARPers, and that's going to be here in the gallery on Saturday, July 26th at 2 o'clock. And we hope you can come because he's a lot of fun and the book is a lot of fun. So sitting down here in the gallery at Main Street Bookends, I always like to remind everyone that something wonderful is happening in Warner.
Thanks, Katharine. A murder mystery on the Lake Queen will be revealed to us when we come back. So keep it tuned to YCN, your local view, after this message from another supporter of your Yankee Chronicle. Without them, you would be without us.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire, the Innertown Record.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. The Newport Opera House has established a tradition of murder mysteries on the Sunapee Lake Queen and following it up with 2 brand new shows this summer. Tell us about it, Laura.
Well, thank you, Abby, so much for letting us come on board and talk a little bit about our 3rd annual Newport Opera House Association fundraiser aboard the MV Lake Queen. This year, we are having 2 sailings on Sunday, July 27th and Sunday, August 3rd, each from 2 to 4 p.m. And our theme this year is a swashbuckling pirate theme. So we dare you to come aboard and try to be one of those that perhaps might answer whodunit.
This is a scurvy crew that's on the ship, the boat, on this cruise. Each one of them, including me, has means, motive, and opportunity to make this murder happen. And we're counting on you to guess who it is, but it's not me. I'll tell you that right now.
And it's up to you to be daring enough to join us on one of these afternoon cruises where you will be treated to a 2-hour cruise on our beautiful Lake Sunapee, a light lunch, and of course entertainment and the opportunity to solve whodunit. Now we do encourage you to come in costumes if you would like. Swashbuckling, we have a pirate theme this year. Our first time on the waters here on the Lake Queen was 2 summers ago in 2023, and we had a 1920s theme. Last year we were in the 1950s, and this year it's sort of timeless but a swashbuckling pirate theme. So we encourage you, if you'd like, to dress in costume, you don't need to, and to try to come and solve whodunit. There will be prizes for best costumes and best detective, and maybe it indeed is going to be, or was, Sister Mercy.
No. And it's all right to speak like a pirate. So you're welcome to come on board and say "arr" to everybody and not annoy anyone, because this is the whole idea. So it's goofy, it's fun, it's a lot of laughs, it's people you know. Now Laura has worked very hard on this script, and there's a lot of local references that for those of you who live in the area will get and hopefully find funny. So do come, we'd love to have you. And what better way to spend a summer afternoon than on Lake Sunapee? Isn't that nice?
So we do hope that you will take an opportunity to come out on a beautiful Sunday afternoon to support the Newport Opera House Association in its 3rd annual fundraiser on the MV Lake Queen on this murder mystery. It is an interactive murder mystery. As Sister Mercy, Meg, had said earlier, there's a lot of opportunity to be communicating and to be getting involved with the different characters on board. If you've not been on this before, I highly recommend that you think about it, but don't think about it too long, because if past records are any indication of what will be happening in this summer, our cruises do sell out. So act quickly. Check out our website, newportoperahouse.com. Click on the murder mystery purchase tickets link, and voila, you have your choice of 2 different murder mystery cruises to come on. You could come on 1, or you could come on 2. Who will be the individual who committed the crime?
And is it the same both cruises? Come and find out.
Thank you, Laura, and your shady friends. And I'm joined by Sue Donnelly, the general manager at Mount Sunapee Resort. And you have a very fun event coming up for all ages. I love a family event.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a family barbecue.
Fun.
It'll be our first year doing that, so it's going to be on July 20th.
Okay.
We'll start around 11:30. It'll be going with our operations for our, what we do for summer.
Sure.
So they can be doing other things as well. But there'll be some tie-dye for the kids.
Fun.
We'll be doing some other really fun events for them, some giveaways. And then just have a great barbecue right at the Sunapee Lodge.
Amazing. And the other activities will be you have a lot of things happening always at Mount Sunapee. So can you do like a trailer ride that day?
Yep.
Things
so
like
we'll have
that?
the scenic trailer ride open. You can sit at the summit as well. We'll have some music. We're going to actually have our live Toyota Den down there. So we'll have a band down there from 11:30 to 4, which is always fun. And then we'll just have mini golf and different things that you can also do.
What a fun way to kind of celebrate. It's kind of like the idea of Christmas in July. Like, come to Mount Sunapee in July.
And we always said we have the parking right now, so, right?
Exactly.
For the summer, so why not come by?
And it's a great way for people, if you've never been up there in the summer, go check it out.
Just walk around and just have a good time.
Take in the views and all that. So that's amazing. I'm sure more information on your website as well.
And you can buy tickets for that as well beforehand, or you can come day of.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, everyone should check that out Saturday, July 20th.
July 20th.
Thank you. So much happening at the mountain this summer. When we come back, we'll meet the new owner of our beloved Morgan Hill bookstore and hear about her vision as they move into the future. So stay tuned here on Yankee Chronicle for these words from those that make this show possible.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
Guess what? It's July. That means it's time to register for the Fit for a Cause Triple Challenge. Going into its 8th year on August 17th at 8:30 in the morning at Memorial Field in Concord. Make your own mini try. It's a bike, walk, run, CrossFit yoga format. You could do 5 miles, 10 miles, 3 miles, your choice. All proceeds are going to benefit cancer survivors and people battling cancer. We support members of the Fit for a Cause community, the Payson Cancer Center, and Runway for Recovery. This family-friendly event is non-competitive and extremely positive. We will take registrations all the way up through the day of, because for Fit for a Cause, we support those women and families battling metastatic breast cancer and cancer. My own family has benefited from their support. So please join us August 17th at 8:30 in the morning at Memorial Field, because if you're fit for a cause, you are strong enough.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle, the who, what, where, and when show of the Lake Sunapee region, being presented this week by New London Hospital. I'm your host, Abby Peel. In May, the Morgan Hill bookstore changed hands for the second time in 30 years, allowing the Main Street storefront in New London to continue serving the local and surrounding community. Let's meet the new owner. Hi, Michelle.
My husband and I relocated here to New London in 2019. I had accepted a position at Dartmouth College, and that was what brought us down here from Bangor, Maine. We've grown up in Bangor around Stephen King and all of those wonderful treasures. Being here and seeing this bookstore and the 30 years that it has been in the community, it was very intriguing to us to be able to be a part of this community in that way. We had been looking for a way to really root us here, and bookstores and the whole idea of an indie bookstore was what we really wanted to engage in ourselves, but also with the community. Well, just the fact that the store has been around for 30 years shows really the loyal commitment to the store in our community, and just the outpouring of support that we've had after taking over the ownership has been just amazing. And it was very, very evident that this was a beloved store that nobody wanted to see go away. So we knew from the get-go we'd have the community support. What really intrigued us about this store in the town that we're living in was also a way to engage our demographic of younger, more middle-aged parents that are also here and looking to get engaged and do more things. And, you know, bookstores are having a resurgence right now. They're popping up all over the place. People are seeing it as more than just a bookstore. It's a place to connect. It's a place to engage with people that have similar interests or don't. And it's a place to come together and bridge a divide, because everyone is really welcome, and it's a place that you can really open your arms for the community and bring people in, and they can find their place. And that was really important to us. We've engaged with a lot of different families that moved here during COVID that haven't really connected or rooted themselves in this community yet. And so we hope to, you know, expand and be able to reach out and bring a lot of those folks here so that they can also feel connected. I think there are a lot of unique components to this store. Of course, the most obvious one is the kids barn in the back, the Morgan Hill barn, which I fell in love with when we first brought our young children here. And it's so fun, and you see the kids that come in here and they just light up coming in here and seeing all of the various little detail that was built into this. But also there are people that are working in the town now that have even commented remembering coming here when they were children. So exciting every Saturday morning to come in here, and the Morgan Hill barn was the place to be. And they're adults now. And so what we're hoping is that they bring their kids and relive those memories as well. And so we want to keep this here and stable, but some of the other things that just make this store a little unique, but also really specific to our community, include a lot of the things that we carry. We're the only ones that carry those specifically. Certain cards, stationery, the wrapping is a big thing that a lot of people in the community have wanted. And then what we're really trying to do is bring back the life of events. There haven't been author signings or events, book clubs, things like that have taken place here in quite some time, a few years at least. And so we're really trying to bring that back. We have some author events coming up here. We actually are really fortunate to have Meg Waite Clayton, who is coming at the end of July because she just had a book release. Those are just some of the things that make us a little bit unique, but similar also. We also really take a priority in our local authors too. So we consign with many local folks, and we welcome that. We want to be able to support our local writing and author community. We're located at 253 Main Street in New London, and we also do have a website presence at morganhillbookstore.com, and we're on Facebook and social media as well. Really trying to use social media right now to engage folks. So I hope that everyone will come and visit us, and we're always looking for recommendations, suggestions too, as to what books you'd like us to carry, and we're very open to doing that for whomever would like to be part of our community.
Thanks, Michelle. Good luck. I'd like to thank our host location, the New London Hospital, for their annual Hospital Day celebration. You don't want to miss the activities, beginning Thursday, July 31st, for 3 days of midway rides and games, chamber night, Friday's band night, the Saturday parade, and so much more. You can find a full schedule of events on their website, newlondonhospital.org. Click on the events link to see more. Coming up next week, we'll meet with Carrie Hamill to hear more about this year's edition of Hospital Days. Paige Kingsley Law, the executive director of the Fells, will give us a short tour of the historic property. We'll get a tour of downtown Warner, and we'll close with an introduction to the Big Spoon, a new bakery, ice cream, and coffee shop on Main Street in Newport. Tune into YCN's Game of the Week. This week, replays of high school sports from last year. This week, we have a 2024 replay of football featuring Kearsarge at Newport. Games play Sunday and Monday at noon and 7 p.m. on TDS channels 13 and 1013, NCTV 8, Roku, Apple TV, and for those that don't have cable, YCNnow.com for a website that carries on-demand programming anytime. I'm Abby Peel. Join us again next week at the same time as we come to you from New London Hospital for another edition of Yankee Chronicle. Enjoy summer, everyone.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art, Main Street bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.